Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout on the card is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds of mixed martial arts action in the welterweight division. Introducing first, making his way down the Hulk Addicts runway and fighting out of the Brandon Dodge red corner, please welcome Art Duran.
Once again, we have Art Duran, and he will be honoring tonight U.S. Marine Corps veteran Augie Valenzuela Tyson.
Well, Jared, it's nice to have Miranda Maverick kind of introduce some things. And also we have a guest commentator for this fight. Fresh off a win at the Big Island in Hawaii, Grant the Truth Neal, who started right here in Sparta. You and I called his first pro fight.
Congratulations on your recent success, Grant. It's great to have you cage side here, and we'll look forward to your literal professional insight into the game here.
Oh, well, I appreciate you guys having me. I'm excited to help call this fight.
So you got a buddy going later tonight? You're going to be cornering the Yeti.
Yes, Josh Brado, man. He's a stud. I played college football with him. He was a big brother to me. He's an explosive guy. I'm excited to see what he does in the cage.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. We'll get your comments about the next fighter once Miranda introduces him. But we're off to a roaring start as, JR, we got that armbar submission in the first fight.
Good way to start the night.
Absolutely.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Larry H. Miller Volkswagen of Lakewood Blue Corner, please welcome Cameron Cochran.
All right, next we have Cameron Kamikaze Cochran, who's making his long-awaited return to the cage, fighting out of Madhouse BJJ and representing the U.S. Air Force.
Well, there is representing the U.S. Air Force. Grant, a lot of these fighters making, 1, 2, or their, in this case, 10th fight, walk to the cage. But when you're young, you need that ring style. You need that time in there.
Yeah, I think it's important to get all that nervousness and get more comfortable in the cage. So as an amateur, it's really an awesome opportunity to get that cage comfortability.
The one thing, too, we're going to see the leatherneck heating and cooling tail of the tape. Take a look at Art Duran, JR.
Art Duran, 34 years old, taller of the two fighters at 6'2". He's 170 pounds, has a nice record of 6-4 as a freestyle fighter.
Well, Cameron Cochran, Grant, what's interesting about him, you see the age at 36, 7 years away from the cage. First time back in, he was 9-3 prior. Don't know the reason for the layoff, but he's back.
Yeah, so a long layoff could be due to a couple reasons, but it just depends on how he gets his feet wet in the cage. As soon as he gets in there and he can find a rhythm, someone with that type of experience, I'm sure that he'll be able to put something together.
The one thing about this card is when you look at the amateurs, we have a couple pro fights, but being able to fight in this kind of atmosphere, because Sparta is a regional brand. We've talked about the fighters like yourself, like Ian Heinisch, like Dustin Jacoby that have come up through Sparta Combat. This is an unbelievable opportunity for them.
Yeah, it's an awesome to get under the lights in a big arena with a lot of fans, with get some publicity. It's really awesome opportunity to prepare you for the big show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this welterweight MMA bout is brought to you by Old Glory Custom Curbing. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. He is fighting in honor of United States Marine Corps veteran Augie Valenzuela Tyson, and he fights out of Pueblo, Colorado, introducing Art Duran. And his opponent, fighting out of the Larry H. Miller Volkswagen of Lakewood Blue Corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 169.4 pounds. He is fighting in honor of the United States Air Force, and he fights out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, introducing Cameron Kamikaze Cochran.
Fighters will be given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourselves at all times and obey my commands at all times. I expect a clean, fair fight. Touch him up if you wish.
One of the things coming into this, Grant, Art Duran's lost his last 2. He wants to get back on the winning track. And again, 7 years, Cochran's got to be feeling it a little bit.
Yeah, they're both feeling it. There's a lot of pressure from each fighter, but pressure makes diamonds, so I'm excited to see which one comes out on top.
All right, here we go. A nice stiff jab to start things off by Cochran. Nice overhand right as well. Big overhand right. Not much of a feeling out period, Grant.
Yeah, it's beautiful overhand rights, setting up with the jab. Duran is definitely coming in. Great takedown attempt right there. See if he seals the deal. Awesome job.
Jerry, see him change levels there, able to slide and get that takedown.
Yeah, worked his way into the clinch really nicely, got the trip, to the mat they go. One little side note here in Cameron Cochran's corner, LFA former world champion Matt Manzanares, so always good to have that kind of experience on your side.
Absolutely.
On
Grant,
your side,
listen, and what JR's talking about, having guys in your corner that you can count on.
Definitely. You're ultimately the only person out there, but it's also nice to have the knowledge in your corner to help you walk you through certain positions like this. This is an awesome opportunity for Cochran to put in some damage, get some control, get Duran on his heels a little bit to start off the round.
And that's what he's got going right now. Duran trying to defend the best he can, but Cochran right now having the better of it, trying to free up to get some overhand rights. There's one that comes down with the left.
That's some great ground and pound there. He's starting to work the head, work the body, really control position. He's in a really awesome position here to really take over this round.
And Grant, how much energy is he burning on the bottom Duran that is?
There's a lot of energy, but he's got to watch his arm here.
Oh, yep, he does. Duran's got an arm bar there, JR.
And it's very, very tight there. It's going to be a tap out. Nicely done.
Wow.
Congratulations, Mr. Duran.
Well, I don't know how many times you've seen a card start with 2 arm bars, Grant, but there you go.
Hey, we got a theme of the night. That was an awesome job by Duran. Way to weather the storm a little bit and then ultimately get to a technique that would allow him to become the victor in the fight.
You know, that's the thing, too, is in this cage, regardless how long you're going to be in it, you're going to face adversity. Duran seemed to keep his cool, although taking that punishment.
Definitely. It's hard to have a cool head when you got punches being rained down on you. And so for Duran to have the wherewithal to throw up that arm bar, it's an awesome job, and that's great for an amateur to have that recognition.
Nice replay there. Grant, before we let you go, I know you got a fighter going. What's next for you?
So the next thing that I'm doing is I'm going to make a title run in Bellator. Work up the ranks, start to knock off some of these top guys and legends, and then we're going to go for that title.
All right, Grant Neal, fresh off his victory over Christian Edwards, a unanimous decision. Let's get this decision by Big Mo.
Wish you well, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joe Coca calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 42 seconds of the first round, declaring your winner by submission via armbar, Art Duran.
Guys, Art, if you could come over here and talk to me for a second.
Hey, where's my list?
Good. Way to show good defense on the ground. You know, he was doing a good job using teeps, keeping distance, got that takedown. When you were down there, what were you thinking about most?
To be honest, man, I planned on going all 3 rounds. My body wasn't feeling the best, so I was kind of taking it easy. So when I was on the ground, I was pretty calm because I was kind of rested and happy to be there. So
yeah, been there, done that. You did a good job of controlling his hands, keeping yourself safe down there. And then I saw you started to get that armbar. You look like you have a lot of experience on the ground.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of experience in the jiu-jitsu game.
Yeah.
Keep on coming.
Yep. Good work.
But, I'd like to give a few shout-outs to the Come Up, Connoisseur, Pack House Physique, IC Electric, Cat's Poorhouse.
All right, thank you very much. Good job tonight.
Well, there it is, second fights, both by armbar. Grant Neal, the guest commentator, the truth was here. JR and I will be back to Loveland, Colorado, AVM 13 with fight number 3.
No armbar in fight 3. It's Muay Thai up next.